So when you plan to take your love out on a special date, and you're like, we're gonna go 3 hours away and go shopping, look at some crafts and find something unique and special, and everything doesn't go as planned. And you think the day is gonna be wrecked. But somehow God works it all out, and you find up finding the gift that you really, really needed. And it didn't really cost you much of anything. That's this story. So guys, the day started a little late, and we finally got out, got some McDonald's, got something to eat for breakfast, and we headed out. We got about a third of the way there, and we stopped to get some more coffee, and Tammy accidentally dropped some on her skirt. Got it soaking wet. I mean, you're thinking, oh man, we are like 50 minutes from home. We still got 2 hours, maybe 15 minutes more to go, and her skirt is soaking wet. I'm like, what are we gonna do? Well, she happened to have another skirt that was in the back of the car, so she's like, well, I need to change. So she's standing between two open doors, and I'm standing there with my coat off, hiding traffic, waiting for a gap in traffic so she can pull off her skirt and put on another one. So she does that, takes her other skirt into a gas station and just soaks it in a sink, wrings it out. Now it's really wet. And she puts it in the window, like rolls the window up, and with it sticking outside, we're thinking maybe the sun will dry it as we're driving, but we're gonna go on the highway going 80 miles an hour, just going like 30 miles an hour. It's like, poof, 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 poof. We're like, that's gonna mess up the dress and the skirt. It's not even gonna be good anymore. So we take it back out before we get on the highway. And I was like, we need a laundromat. So we go about another 45 minutes, about halfway now, maybe to our destination. And we stop at a laundromat and put it on to dry. So then we realize there's a consignment shop next door, and we run in there to see what they got. Maybe there's something we can get for last minute Christmas gift. And we notice 3 letters in Lydia's name. There is an L, there's a Y, and there's an I. Well, we're like, all we need is the D and the A. Well, her skirt got dry, so she's putting that on, but we got these letters, and I had to order 2 other letters to be shipped in, and hopefully they'll get here before Christmas, and we'll have Lydia's little sign for her. Like, now we have a Christmas present that we never would have found had she never spilled the coffee. So I was like, that is a blessing. God knew these letters were here. We didn't know. Thought that was gonna be the, unique adventure of this trip. So we get to our destination, and it's this craft fair, and we go inside, and there's booths all over, and look around, find a lot of neat things. But the cool thing I noticed was this guy who made unique guitars out of all kinds of stuff, cans and sodas, and even bath pans. These are unusual guitars. No, I'm not. Well, we keep looking around, and then we see a guy who does carvings, and I talked to him for a minute. Well, how long does it take you to do a piece?
I did see the second one there on the ground. I did that yesterday, and I did this much this morning. So it depends on how much I talk. But the good thing about it is, the more I talk, the more interesting they get. The one that the pan, the one with the horns, head, and I thought, oh, that reminds me of the horns of a fawn. And so I started carving on it. Unfortunately, it broke. But once I saw it, it was like the face had a lot of possibilities. So I ended up carving the horns, so to make up for the one that I broke off. And I was going to have to add one anyway.
So we were like, now we've got nothing to do. What are we going to do? Well, we decided to go get something to eat because it has been a minute since we had like the apple fritters we had from McDonald's. We wound up going to Golden Corral, and something happened there at Golden Corral that kind of changed the course of my afternoon. There was paramedics in the men's bathroom, and I don't really know what happened to the man. I don't know. They had to carry him off into the ambulance. Don't know the story there. I hope to God everything worked out in that situation, but I didn't get to go to the bathroom. So we head up the road, and I'm trying to last as long as possible. And finally we get to another city nearby. And so we go inside to the gas station, I use the bathroom, but all of a sudden Tammy goes, I saw a thrift store just right next door to this Love's. It's like, let's check it out before we go home. We run over there, and this thrift store is like so big. It's got so much stuff, and we're looking up and down for different things, finding things that are way too expensive, that are vintage, but then we find the big prize. And it was this foot massager. And I'm like, wow, I've always liked those, but they're always like $200. Well, it was marked 35 bucks. Yeah. And guess what? The whole booth was 40% off. So we got this barely used foot massager for $21. We bought that thing, snatched it up, and headed out. Telling you, this adventure, don't get so upset when things don't go as planned. When you spill coffee on yourself, don't get so beside yourself that you're like, my day is ruined. Just go with the adventure that God's put in front of you, because you never know what's going to happen in the very end. Hope you like this video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Till next time, guys, God bless.